What's going on, y'all? Organ Rider here, and it's about that time. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can install a slip-on exhaust, which I have here, a Grave slip-on. I'm going to show you how to install a Grave slip-on on a 2016 zx6r 636, and I also have this here servo buddy, so that eliminates the check engine light. I'm also going to be deleting the cat out of the head pipe, and I probably won't record that. That's just really time consuming and it's not really worth it. But I'm also not going to do a sound clip of the stock exhaust. You can ultimately look it up online and get better sound quality than on a GoPro. Sorry, there's a really bad sun glare. But let's get this started. I'm going to get all my tools together and I will lay everything out and show you guys what you need. So the first thing I'm going to do is take, I'm shaky, take this here 4mm Allen socket and take off this lower fairing. Need to do that to access the rest of your stock exhaust. Those I guess you can get by hand. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then there's this one right here, which you will definitely need your ratchet for. I must say, I absolutely love, I use snap-on ratchet, and I love snap-on ratchets. They're one of the toughest and best ratchets that I've used. I mean, you're not talking, it's not like a Proto or anything like that, but super good. One irritating thing about that, I must say right off the bat, I'll put this, so always put your hardware for any project you're doing. I try and keep it in order, the best that I can. These ones are right here, pretty easy to figure out. They're all the fairing bolts are generally the same, external fairing at least. So you can get to, I don't know if I take that one off too. Yes, I do. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I took all those by hand. The only one I had to do was that one right there with the ratchet. All the external fairing bolts besides like that one, they all look the same, so it's pretty easy to determine where they're at. Watch for different lengths though. Oh my goodness, it's kind of hard to do one-handed. So touche to you gentlemen that do all this stuff one-handed. Coordinated, but I don't feel that coordinated today. So I'm gonna set this down so before I forget. Maybe I'll edit that out. You have two tabs down here. And what you do is you push these buttons in, and when you push them in, I can't do it with my finger right now, but when you push them in, it pops up the outer tab. This little thing's got you can see it in there. They have a little push button. You push these little tabs right here, you push them in, and when they're in the fairing, and it allows you to pull the whole piece out. Then when you put them back in, you're going to push it up and set it in, because what it's doing is when you're putting it in, you can see, kind of focus, see those ridges on the side, they're slit if you've never done this before, but they're easily pinched, and the design of these is when you push this in and it makes them expand by the way this inner pin is. And yeah, so you pull that pin out like this, shove it back in the fairing hole, pop that down, and it clicks, you know it's set. And then yeah, pretty much you know it's set at that point, but they pop up pretty easily. So yeah, you have one right here which connects these ones, and then one below down here. And like I said, you push it in, and yeah, and it allows the whole piece to come out. Nice thing about these bikes is they don't use an O2 sensor. You have your servo motor, and anyone that knows 636s or even the newer bikes, you have two cables back here. These two cables that run to your exhaust, that's your servo, and it's a power valve, and that's controlling your emissions. And some people say it restricts torque, some people say it restricts a lot, but getting rid of things and things run wide open typically run better, especially when they're tuned. But we'll get on to that more later. For now, I'm going to start tearing more stuff apart, and I'll show you guys what else to do. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be taking off the seat. To do that, you're going to have to take this here, oh sorry for the glare, this here piece off. You don't have to take it completely off, but how you're going to do that is basically you're just going to, it sounds really sketchy, but you're going to pull down and like kind of reef on it. I will set this down for just a second, and we will figure out how to assess that situation. Pull. Oh, it's kind of a pain in the butt, I'm not gonna lie. But there you go. Hear the pop. Hold down on that. Push that back. Then you're gonna want to pop it just enough high up. Oh, that's not good. Don't like that. Okay. I mean, you can take it all the way off. I'm not. As of right now, you're gonna need your 4mm Allen again. I use, this is one reason why I like Snap-on so much. They have their extensions, or wobble extensions, and down in here is see if you can see it back there, that is your seat bolt right there, and that is the 4mm. And I like using that wobble extension due to being able to get different angles. So we'll take that out, and I already took the other side out, and I'm going to film it just for the extent of time. I move my servo buddy over here. Having that little swivel type deal on the end of an extension is extremely nice to have. I can tell you that, especially from working on all sorts of different things. Like getting your hand in there is a different ordeal. Back up in there. Okay. Oh, she's loose. She is loose. But I'll put my ratchet off. And I mean, if you have, there we go. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to drop stuff like I just did. Seat pops off. Now we'll find that bolt. You guys up close and personal. This is where your battery is located, right here. And this here is your servo. A little loop for everything. It's pretty basic. There's two different style plugs, and you just plug them in, and it loops your servo in the ECM so that it registers that it's there, and gets rid of your check engine light. A big old drink of Dead Guy Ale. Yeah. You have one bolt down here for your exhaust clamp. You also have another bolt right here, and I believe there's a third one. I don't quite remember. Yeah, we're gonna take. So there is on the back of this one for your rear peg, your 10mm bolt, or yeah, bolt, and then there's a 13mm nut back here. So just for future reference, that you know, there's that. Is a it's kind of like a wax washer or a wax nut. Sorry, wax lock nut. There is little tabs. I don't know if you can see them in there. Come on, focus. Anyways, there's little tabs in there that keep it, instead of using a lock washer as a regular washer, and then these little tabs help secure this nut on the back side so it doesn't come loose. So that popped out down there in here, but back here, these here servo cables are looped into this, which need to be pushed out. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry for the poor lighting and my trying to adjust to all this. But yes, so there's one, there's two. Now the cables are free roam. There's these things that were hanging it up. But let's get this thing off. Here. I don't know if you can really see in there. There it is. There's a valve. That's your power valve. It's out. Let me tell you, that's a pain in the butt. Now, the fun part, you can't see in there, but you have a cat right here, and I believe you have another one behind it. So now, it is time to punch that sucker out. I'll catch back up with you later about the install of the new pipe. Alright, about an hour and a half later, I've got, can't see in there, but I've got my cat. Both, it's only one cat, but there's two cat filters. I've got them all out. You know, just this honeycomb crap. I didn't get completely all of it, but it's good enough to my likings to where it'll shoot flames and shit stuff. Now, for the install of this beautiful Graves slip-on, one thing to know, and you can see I'm touching it with my hands now, not always the greatest idea of all. One thing to remember is you have, if you were ever to punch your cat out of your head pipe, this inner lining inside the exhaust, try not to damage that at all. So you can see that. If not, then I will definitely adjust it here in a second. Alright, and yeah, now she's lined up. One thing to note is that when you're touching your exhaust, hopefully, I'm hoping you can see. No, you cannot. Oh, okay. Anyways, so you slip it in. You couldn't see it. Slip it in right there. Make sure that that bolt is all lined up. You tighten down your exhaust clamp down there, and yeah. Before first startup, I'd take a microfiber towel or a anything that's really soft and picks up everything, and wipe your entire slip-on and probably everything you touched on your exhaust off. The oils on your fingers can blue everything on your exhaust and can put heat stress to it, and you don't want that. It ruins things. Sorry for the really bad angles. Pay attention to what I'm looking at, not what I'm filming. But yeah, here in a minute I'm gonna tighten everything up, put everything back together, and start her up for the first time. Alright, so when you buy your Graves exhaust, they give you an extra bolt in the packaging, and that bolt is for back here, which my wrench is hooked up to. It's a 14 millimeter. And it is also, oh, where'd it go? There it is. It is also connected to that 6 millimeter Allen bolt. Just I wanted to let you guys know that. Alright, I just got everything put back together. Looking so good. Now, for the moment of truth, I know that GoPro quality is not going to be the greatest, but here it is. Oh, that sounds good. Alright, well, I wanted to thank everybody for watching. I'm super excited to have my exhaust. And I hope this information that I gave you guys today helped you in any way, shape, or form. But if you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you like this video, smash that like button. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.